Welcome to Perpetual Backlog Podcast, the gaming podcast catered for you to listen and get through that pesky backlog of yours. With hosts like Aqua, I have no idea what I'm doing, Dalit Duskwhite,
Come for the games, stay for my friends trying to kill me with their horrible puns,
and Leek Whipple.
Hey, this is Leek coming at you with a funny one-liner that I've been ordered to record, but the joke is I can't think of anything, so yeah, finger guns, pew pew, totally cool.
So, we played some Monster Hunter this week.
Yay!
we sure did.
Some days I played for, like, a 10 hours straight.
Didn't do
nice.
that. Nope.
I couldn't do that. Of the obligations.
There was a day I hopped on, because I had 3 days off in a row, and, I saw that Sly was streaming, and Sly was like, "Get in here, Aqua," and I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
And then I played, and I got the Hunter rank. I'm Hunter rank 6 now, so
Yeah, we're both.
Well
up there.
then.
close to the
I'm
end.
not.
Close to the end of the story.
Oh, okay.
Is that true? I feel like we're definitely going to be faked out.
Well, okay, so
because-
the story's not finished. Rise
Well,
wasn't a finished
yeah, I
game.
guess that's
Rise
true.
wasn't
That's-
a finished
that's
game.
Fair.
They leave you they leave you off and it's unsatisfying. Is apparently what I've been hearing.
To be continued.
Like pretty much.
I don't think I've ever felt like a Monster Hunter game left me unfinished.
Well, get to the end of this one and see if it does.
Don't like. But yeah, like with you, played a lot of Monster Hunter, mostly with you two. You two. There is no three. I am the three.
I mean, I'm fat enough to be more than one person, so I guess.
No, I just meant we three. I promise you. It's been great. I hate Rampage. Finally got to that. Have an opinion on it. It's awful. Hate it. Don't ever want to see it.
Opinion done.
Yeah, I don't want to
That's
do
it.
it by
Hold-
myself. Please don't let me. I don't want to do a rampage by myself.
Yeah, I did the tutorial Rampage, which was not ideal. I did the Hunter rank 3 Rampage with Aqua. And then I did the Apex Rampage on the 1Cs, and I know people think this is better than Sieges, and there's more to do than in the old Sieges. But I really, really don't like these. I could do without it. Boy, oh boy, I gain no amount of pleasure from, which is a shame because the rest of the game's brilliant. Love that. Excellent. Not this.
Your gate's cutting you off a bit.
Is it a bit? All right.
Yeah.
We got
Just
that big old slurp though.
yeah, we got the big old slurp.
Of course you did.
Mm-mm.
Drink that tea. Yeah, I mean, So, I think rampages are interesting. I don't like them. And when I do them, I'm only going to be in a party full of people. I'm not doing them by myself.
Oh, you can't. It's just so obnoxious.
And I am fairly certain it is the only way. It is the fastest way to HR grind though. You get a
Oh,
lot.
doing rampage.
Yeah, you get a lot of.
Yeah, that
of
makes
doing
sense.
A lot of HR rank. We're doing rampage.
Yeah, I guess they do need the incentive, don't they?
I mean, not really. Every Monster Hunter has its gimmick. I mean, Monster Hunter World was an entire gimmick unto itself. Generations was just so chock full of monsters. Oh my goodness. This is just the gimmick of this one, and they really want to go into it because to be fair, this is not like a poorly thought out gimmick. It just, if you don't like tower defense, or if you don't want tower defense in your Monster Hunter game, you're your SOL, because you absolutely have to do this to progress. I think having it be like the best way to get hunter rank isn't the worst. It's
Yeah,
not
like
the
I
way
said,
I'll
it's incentive to do it.
maybe, but I mean, who are you incentivizing? The people that are going to like do hardcore HR grinding. I mean, either they probably already don't have an issue with this because they have it so down pat, or are going to find, or just going to do the next most viable thing in like 2 minutes because
I told
Team Darkside is crazy.
I told Lav that he, at the rate that he's going, he could easily get to max HR by the end of May. And he was like, if he did nothing but rampages for like a couple of days, he probably could. The guy's already over 200 HR, and it's the third day in May. So
Holy moly.
I'm pretty sure he's
okay,
probably gonna get there like just naturally. The guy streams the game for 10 to 16 hours a day. So
yeah, I don't imagine him getting to rank 999 is at all in question. Not at the rate he's been going, not even unless he burns out, but he doesn't strike me as the kind that can burn out on Monster Hunter. He has that kind of affection for it.
his like at the moment his like brand is literally stream Monster Hunter, play with viewers, help people kill monsters. Like literally, that's
Yeah. And honestly, for the next, he'll probably be able to get away with that for like the next year because they're going to have fairly frequent miniature updates that just carry on. So, like, genuinely, more power to him. I wish him the best. Absolutely milk this.
Yep. Did you guys play anything else this week?
Well, I nabbed Dollet while I don't know who but I tricked him into fighting Kezu with me.
I did not want to fight that.
I was like, wait, is this Kezu? I didn't want to do it by myself.
You don't want to.
I managed to skip it completely.
You didn't want to. You didn't want to fight the penis chicken.
I know, I didn't want to. It's an electrifying one as well. What the hell?
Like, I understand that a lot of people have some like nostalgia for that creature because it's been around for a long time. I want to say it's one of the earliest monsters, but I don't get it. Bring back the Giganox. It's vastly superior in design.
Sure thing. I'm sure that's it. That's right. But no, none to any phallic thing. No, I gotta say though, which really annoys me. I like the Kezu gear. It looks cool, nice and shiny, like PVC thing with a crown.
I can see it. Yeah.
So I'm like, do I have to fight it now just to get this gear? God damn it!
Yep, and that's the law of the game. You want this gear, you gotta kill the monster.
Yeah,
or capture
It's
it.
hilarious.
Can't avoid it. Here's another incentive. Waggle waggle.
You're going after the Kezu, and I'm just here in my Barath gear going, yep, I am stalwart, and I will back hop into the last 3 generations at this rate.
I'm here not making any armor because I'm just waiting to beat the game so I can just fucking farm. I'm like,
Yeah, I was just like, when he was doing the electric thing, I was just like throwing my kunai at them from a distance, like nope.
I shoot,
I mean,
and jump in the
perks
air.
The perks to playing a shield is if I block the first attack on and a hitbox that lasts for a bit, usually I'm safe. It's multiple hitboxes that suck for me.
Oh no.
Yeah, and this game, I learned something else. In World, and I think maybe Generations as well, but I can't remember. After the first deflect, your immediate attack, like your retributive attack, had some hyper armor on it. You'd still take damage, which I mean wasn't ideal, but you wouldn't flinch. That's not true in this game. And every monster has like an attack with disjointed hitbox that hit like 2 or 3 times, and it's not ideal for a lot of my counter stances. Like, I really am considering just moving back to Charge Blade at this point because it would just be simpler for me.
Oh dear.
I heard that you might not want to do that.
Oh.
No.
Why?
They didn't
Apparently,
nerf Charge
no,
Blade again, did they?
No, I think no. From what Lavrin said today, Charge Blade is just really, really wonky in this game. That like
Now, how could it possibly be wonky?
that like your vials will not register sometimes.
Ooh, yeah. Don't love the sound of that. That's
Yeah.
my
It
damage.
just won't register?
Like it'll just like, even if you're hitting the monster with it, it will like count it as a miss sometimes.
Oh,
Oh man, am I gonna have to go back to where it all began in Freedom Unite and play the shotgun on a stick?
Shotgun on a stick.
That's what it is.
Play the switch axe, man.
I've never had any love for that.
It's
I
just
tried it in
it's like the
Try
charge
when I
blade,
first
but with an axe.
Yeah, but so I think we fundamentally misunderstand why I like the charge. It's got a shield and it's got guard points, and they are sexy.
go sword and
Like,
board
I
with
can-
me. Sword and board.
I can KO a monster without ever attacking it. I just have to red shield and guard point, and it's great.
You can go to Gunlance. Be cool.
That's the
looking.
shotgun on a stick. So
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
might.
the shotgun on a stick. It's a boomstick.
It's also
This
a
is
jetpack
my
stick.
boomstick.
It's also a
Yeah,
jetpack stick.
Apparently, yeah, I think we've all seen the videos. You just turn into Valstrax now and just fly about the sky.
Just fucking
Hmm.
you turn your
Rathalos,
stick.
king of the skies? No, me.
You like-
I am the king of the skies now.
You turn your stick behind you and you shoot yourself at the monster, and then you just fucking smack the monster.
Yeah. That's one of the things.
It's a move that was in the game before. What makes it exceptional this time is the verticality of Ride. Like, wire bugs make that ability so cool.
Oh, you're right though. Hey, actually, speaking of
Yeah.
wirebugs, I was watching Levin's stream the other day, and he was zipping around like fucking Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't freaking touch the ground.
This guy
Where do I
eats-
get that superpower?
This guy eats, sleeps, drinks, thinks, shits. Monster Hunter. He knows all of the all of like the fucking button tricks to keep yourself moving around and Rise, which is like
joke.
running up a wall, kick flipping off of it, wire bug. Yeah. This
It's
guy-
not just about. It's about how you use that wire bug. Like, there really
yeah.
is a really interesting flow motion to it, where parkour up the wall, jump off, hang there for a second, do a sweet front flip, then wire bug, hang there, do another sweet front flip, another wire bug. Yeah, you can stay up there for a while. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to learn how to do that because I just want to parkour now. Let's forget the monsters.
That's what expeditions are for.
That's true. Oh, so
Yeah, you don't always have to hunt.
It is true. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Monster Hunter's all I did for the week. I don't think I played anything else. I didn't go back to Outriders this week. I played a bit of Melty Blood. I still really like that game. It's fun. Still
I
enjoying
want
it.
to fight you again with my gremlin.
Well, we're gonna have to. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to endure that.
Fight me.
Yes.
Speaking of fighting games, I played a little bit of Mortal Kombat 11 this week.
Hey, I have played this game. How you feeling?
I share accounts with we do the family share with a friend, and he owns Mortal Kombat 11, so I just downloaded it and started playing it, doing the story. Story from Mortal Kombat 11 is so good. It's like it's like so cinematic in a way where it's like I'm watching what a Mortal Kombat movie should be.
Oh no!
You know what the interesting feeling about that is?
What?
10 story is better.
You see,
Like 11's is very good though, but I think 10's is better. It's really
you're like
the
you're like
NetherRealm
it-
has stepped up.
So I watched Gigaboots do because they did Mortal Kombat 9, 10, and 11 in a stream. All right.
Sure.
10 sucks. 10's shit.
All right. Ow. Okay, just go straight after my goddamn feelings.
9 was an infinitely better story than 10.
I mean, nine's the story we know.
Yeah, but it's better. And like my biggest
I
problem
mean,
with 10,
I agree with you, but
my biggest problem with 10 is that the combat kids are not interesting at all. And they're
like
primarily most of the story.
yeah, I think they either could have told a better story or had them be less not front load really, just less a part of it. I genuinely like Cassie. I'm happy that she came back. I thought Jackie was fine. I liked Takeda. I thought Kung that one's name I didn't care. But I think in terms of just,
I think the graphics in 10 is also a lot worse.
yeah, no, like, but Nines was even worse. So I mean, at this point, it's just a case of they get better every time. Nines is bad, dude. I will die on this hill. That is some cartoony 90s nonsense.
Well, the biggest problem is, all right, okay, so 9, 10, and 11, they're all on UE3, all right? They're literally all on Unreal 3. Yeah, even 11 is on UE3, and 11 looks fucking amazing.
I thought for certain 11 was at least one generation removed.
No. 9, 10, and 11 are all on Unreal Engine 3. And I don't know what type of devil magic they use to make Unreal 3 like run as well on for 11. But they fucking mastered that on engine, and I'm afraid to see what they're going to do with another engine because now they have to like get used to. I'm assuming they're going to move up to 4 next because they're not going to go straight to 5.
Isn't that one of the benefits of Unreal? Is that the learning curve going forward is pretty simple?
It is, except UE3 to 4 was wonky.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Like you're able to transfer everything through, but there's like a lot of different settings in Unreal 4 than there is in Unreal 3. And it's a little jarring from what I've seen. But most games that ran on Unreal 3 looked like dog shit. And for some reason, fucking Mortal Kombat 11 looks so good. It being on
I genuinely, I didn't know it was on Unreal 3. Like the leap in fidelity is insane.
Anyway,
Still
the
think the
story
story's only iffy.
Now, you see, what I liked about
it's novel, but I think it's only iffy.
What I liked about Mortal Kombat 11's story is that it's not like your typical Mortal Kombat story where it's a tournament and you're trying to stop Outworld and all that stuff. It's like you have an outside source that isn't just Outworld and fucking and Earthrealm fighting each other. It's literally the god of time or the goddess of time.
My God, if you remove the goddess of time, you're explaining the 10 story.
Yeah, but combat kids are not interesting.
Tournament.
I don't like Cassie. I don't like Jackie. I don't actually. Takeda's not even in 11, is he?
Yeah, no, the boys aren't in. Only the girls made it.
Yeah, so Cassie's the only slightly interesting one, and that's only because she has a couple of badass scenes in 11.
She's a cage. Yeah.
She has a couple badass scenes in 11, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But Jackie's uninteresting to all get out.
Oh, I agree with you. I think we all know, we all know that Cassie was going to be the focus because her father was the protagonist in the last game, more or less, before she took over at the. Jackie is just kind of feels like her friend that is also. Still think like you're gonna hear me say this a lot if you listen to other things we put out, but Takeda's super interesting. They didn't do anything with him. And then there is that last one who was voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, and that's really the only upside to that character, I think.
Oh, sidebar, since we're talking about Mortal Kombat, I heard something that was so true when listening to Gigaboots' commentary on Mortal Kombat. And he,
Go on.
I forget who said it, but like halfway through the movie, he's like, you want to know why I don't like Cole? It's because he's giving me such budget Johnny Young Bosch vibes.
All right.
Oh yeah.
And in the way that Cole, okay, so the actor for Cole is actually pretty good. All right. He's apparently in a lot of other stuff, and he's actually like a really good actor and all that. But the way he acts as Cole in the new Mortal Kombat, they could have literally just put Johnny Young Bosch in there.
Johnny's a bit old, I think.
Well, you know what I meant.
For Hollywood.
I meant like acting. I don't mean like face or anything.
Yeah,
the way he acts and talks is like hard Adam from fucking Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear that he's in like a bunch of other like Hollywood programs, that he's a good actor. Not because I think he's a bad one, but because he did have like a lot of really Sentai-esque acting traits. And
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I think that's true of a lot of the cast. But then there's like Kano, and he was so good. Oh, he was so good.
Anyway, Mortal Kombat 11, I'm enjoying it. I'm only like, I forget what chapter I'm on. I've seen most of the story because I watched the other podcasts play like through most of it.
Sure.
The greatest part of that story was the moment where Raiden like realizes like what he's doing. All right.
Yeah.
And you're in the cutscene of him fighting Liu Kang, and it's going through every single fucking timeline of him fighting Liu Kang. It just keeps swapping because like you see their clothes swapping, like where they're fighting at. It's so fucking cool. Like throughout every single timeline, Raiden ends up fucking up and killing Liu Kang. And then he's like, and then in the timeline that you're in right now, he's like, shit, I'm a fucking asshole. Holy shit.
Oh. Am I the monster? What?
Oh, so good. No, I'm enjoying it. I don't enjoy Mortal Kombat's fighting particularly.
I agree.
Mortal Kombat's never been the game that I'm like, it's a really good fighting game. Mortal Kombat's always been the game where I want to go to if I want a good story about a fighting game. Because they're usually pretty.
Okay.
They're usually pretty. I mean, who else am I going to go to? All right. Street Fighter usually doesn't have that good of a story. Tekken usually has a decent story, but they have been pretty bad.
You don't have to say that for me. Tekken stories have always been trash, with the exception of 3.
Well, there's no story mode anymore, is there?
And 4. There is. There is.
Oh,
The
yeah.
story mode
There
in
is?
7 was there.
Yeah.
And it was hot fucking garbage.
No, because they don't have the cool like illustrated cutscene stuff anymore.
No.
Do they?
No. Yeah.
Very sad.
Most anime fighters have really bad stories. Besides Persona 4 Arena, the first one. That one actually has a pretty decent story.
I think there's some Persona fans that would disagree with you.
Well, I mean, yeah, they would disagree with me because they're dumb, but
I don't know. To be fair to them, Persona 4 Arena did. You could tell it wasn't written by the main cast. It was dummied down pretty hard, and they became tropes of themselves.
Well, I don't know, but it doesn't matter because whoever wrote Elizabeth's story in Persona 4 Arena needs to get like promoted to something and like actually working
That's
on
because-
another Persona game because they need to like
Well, yeah, that's because Elizabeth
Continue
was the
3?
most compelling character. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Elizabeth is the most compelling character in that entire game because she's the only one with a story that isn't complete. Isn't she trying to save the protag, who she's...
yeah.
I don't even know if she's aware of it yet, but that she's super in love with.
Yeah, she's trying to break him out of the seal.
Yeah, that is exactly why her story is the best, because she had stakes. She's trying to do a thing. Everyone else just kind of there.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love Lapras. I think the Boston bot is brilliant. I don't think she really adds to anything though.
Either way, Mortal Kombat is usually the only fighter game that has a somewhat coherent story, and they're all like chronological, like they all play off of one another. So whatever happens in the previous Mortal Kombat game is referenced in the next Mortal Kombat game, or is like or
Sure,
builds
but I
off
think
of
it's
it.
my bias. I think it's my bias, but I think that only is something that started with 9. I know that they had stories before. I'm fully aware of Deadly Alliance and
Deadly Alliance and Deception were like pretty much sequels.
And
to
Deception.
Like one was Deception and Deadly
Yeah.
Alliance, where
But I don't
one came
think-
first and then the other one.
sure. I think they all had like huge glaring issues with the writing, and I think that only got handled at 9.
Yeah.
I don't
Either
think
way,
I
it's-
don't think fighting games were a place anyone went to for story before. Like, you're probably right. It probably was Mortal Kombat, but like Mortal Kombat 9. There were a couple of one-offs that were really good. Tekken 3, Tekken 4, Soul Calibur 2 was like iconic.
Yeah.
I liked Soul Calibur 3, but I'm not sure everyone else was in love with that story. I know it's Tales of Souls mode, I believe is what it was called. It was pretty sweet though.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Street Fighter's always been asked. Come at me, Street Fighter fans. Your story's bad.
Yeah.
I play your game. Your story's bad though. And
Yeah.
it has such potential.
But yeah, I played Mortal Kombat, and so that was great. I'll finish it at some point since it's like at max like a 10-hour story.
God, is it even that long? I guess with the DLC maybe.
Yeah,
No.
I did hear really good things about that DLC though. That DLC
The
story is
DLC was
apparently
neat because
really
it followed
cool.
the correct character.
Yeah.
Followed Shang Tsung. I mean, they got Shang Tsung to play Shang Tsung, and it's no wonder that he's the best thing in that whole fucking game. It's so good.
He's I was just like hearing about it earlier where it's like everybody, even the bad guys are like, you're working with Shang Tsung, you know he's a dickhead, right? And we're like, yeah, no, I know, we know. And then at the end you're like, it's Shang Tsung's like, remember, I'm the dickhead. You're gonna have to fight me in the end anyway. And the bad part about it is that
Everyone's on
Shang
the
Tsung can
same
easily
page.
win.
Everyone's on the same page. He's
Ah.
evil, you know this. Yes, I'm evil, you know this. Yes. Okay.
Okay. What else did I play? I played some 14 this week.
Oh, baby.
I started a new character on an EU server.
Oh, did you?
Really?
Yes.
Which one?
I'm on Zodiac. I did it because I was hopping on the same data center as Ethos.
Oh,
Ethos,
okay.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
got a character there. My OG Final Fantasy 14 character, which is also called Leek. It's an accursed
adorable.
Lalafell.
Cursed Lalafell.
Accursed Lalafell.
Uh,
Sprouted out of the ground.
Yeah, but I started doing that. I'm like 30. I'm 31, and I'm literally just after Copper Bell. Preferred
Good.
preferred EXP plus the brand new ring plus your 8 through 8 earrings. Oh my god, that gives you so much experience.
You're
Ridiculous.
so far along.
What else did I play? Oh, so last month, Days Gone was free on PS Plus, so I made sure to like register and download that. I played like 5 minutes of it, and then I turned the game off because I was like, nah, you know what? I'm not even going to attempt to do it. I wasn't feeling it.
Big push. Yeah, there was a big push fairly recently for that game to get a sequel. And admittedly, I think it was one of the writers had a pretty shitty take of you should have bought the game when it was new.
It was the creator of the game.
Was it the creator?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I can't imagine having that bad a take. But yeah, horrible take. But just the fact there was that many people looking for a sequel, I was confused because admittedly, I have the game. I haven't played it. I did look up a lot of stuff about it, and it doesn't strike me as really doing anything interesting. Maybe it's a Sons of Anarchy meets The Walking Dead type of vibe people are into. I mean, that is not my thing.
Yeah, it's Days Gone director David Jaffe who said if you love a game, you buy it at full price.
Yeah, that's how that works, sure.
How do you know if you love a game if you haven't bought it yet?
This is not a series staple. This is a new IP. I don't know where your head's at, mate.
Oh, he was like, oh wait, not David Jaffe. I don't know. I'm an idiot. It's director and writer John Garvin. He said that David Jaffe disagrees with them. If you love a game and you want a sequel, you should buy it at fucking full price. That's what he said.
What a take. Whew, all right.
No, but David Jaffe agrees with them. That's what it is.
They're wrong.
They're wrong.
And I don't know. The only thing about that game that looked a little interesting was the ridiculous zombie hordes. But then they also look like they caused that game a lot of problems. Like, a lot of problems. So, I don't know. That was a hard pass for me.
Yeah, no. I have it downloaded because it was free on PS Plus. And like I said, I played 5 minutes of it, and I was like, man, this game is just not that interesting. Like, it didn't even attempt to grip me in the start. Like, you're helping your wife get on a helicopter in the beginning, and then you're riding a bike with one of your buddies, and you're hunting down this one guy, and you get into a knife fight, and that's literally all I've done. And I was like, nah.
Well, that's a pity because the May games are going to be great. Streets of Rage 4, Neo, and, well, Jump Force. But mostly Streets of Rage 4 and Neo.
Yeah.
So,
I can play Jump Force without having to pay for it? Fuck yeah.
I've already got Streets of Rage 4, so I just get the DLC. Good.
Nope, I don't think this comes with the DLC.
Yeah.
No, I have
It's
it
just
already.
the base game.
Oh, you already.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
well,
I
then
have
never
it.
you
I
mind
have
me.
Streets of Rage 4.
Well.
Yeah, that's why I'm rubbing my hands together.
Now I will have Streets of Rage 4.
I think that's all I
play
played.
with me? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Finger guns. Yeah.
I didn't. I may have played like a day of Genshin Impact. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tempted to download the PS5 version of Genshin Impact just to see how fast it is.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
I thought you'd already done that.
No, I have the PS4 version on the PS5, which has a patch that makes it like load faster and everything. But this is a version specifically made for the PS5, and it's apparently 10 gigabytes smaller.
All right, sure, why not?
So I may look at that. But no, that's all I did this week. I watched Mortal Kombat like 12 times.
Oh my god.
Well, to be fair, all right, I watched it the first time with Dan and them when like literally the minute it released. Then I watched it the second time because my parents had it on, and I watched like half of it, because I watched like the last half of it. And then the third time I watched it with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fourth time I had to rewatch it because I was listening over our commentary track trying to figure out what part the player fucked up on us.
Oh yeah.
So I was really just seeing how well it like matched up with the video, which it does it all right.
Cool.
And then that same night, Gigaboots released their commentary of Mortal Kombat at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, well, fuck it, I guess I'm just staying up until 7 to watching Mortal Kombat. So this is your favorite
movie of all time, right?
It's a really good. It's a really good watch, is what it is. I'm not gonna say it's a really good movie because there's problems with it. Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Have you memorized the script now? Can you follow along? Can you like ask someone else to take another role and you just recite it like you used to do with Disney movies, especially The Lion King with my brothers and sisters?
Trying to think here. Can I? I mean, I can quote the movie pretty easily.
Oh yeah. Hey.
But I mean,
there we are.
Like
Cole has been replaced by Aqua.
Yeah. All of like Cole's 5 lines. Cole plays like such a minor character in this game. It's so fucking dumb. A movie.
Oh.
Anyway. We've got questions this week. And by questions, I mean I actually mean questions because Little asked 3 technically.
I laid on us.
Let's bring it up here. All right. This week I'll ask 2 questions to make up for last week since he didn't ask us a question last week. First, your favorite genre and why. Second, digital or physical copies and why. And the bonus question is, why doesn't Aqua appreciate me? Well, one...
that one's only for you. I suppose we could try and answer
Yeah, you could. I'll let you guys answer that question. That question before me. All right. Okay. So, favorite genre and why? Go.
I don't know. It depends how I feel. I really hate those. I don't hate those questions. Thank you for asking the question. I just find it very difficult to answer those questions because it really is depending on how I feel. Am I hungry? Am I sleepy? What do I feel like? I'm really angry today. I'm going to play a fighting game. Oh no, I'm feeling quite mellow. I'm going to play Stardew Valley. I don't know. Those are my favorites at the time.
Riddle me this: if you're hungry, what do you play? I wasn't prepared for that to be one of the situations.
Monster Hunter, clearly. The food.
Oh, of course. This is true.
Well, Monster Hunter World, that is, because in Rise you just get Dongo.
Yeah.
Dongo's not exactly satisfying looking.
Yeah. Well, really nice food.
So let's rephrase the question a bit. Hey Lee.
Yeah.
What's the current genre you're feeling? What are you feeling right now?
I'm really sleepy, and I almost played Stardew Valley before the podcast started, and I was like, that's a bad idea. You will fall asleep if you play this game because it's so mellow.
There we have it. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Well, that's a favorite game. So genre would be like at the moment life sim. Or like a farming sim game.
At this moment in time. Well, Stardew Valley is a mixed bag. It's also like a freaking romance simulator as well. Yeah, that's life sim, isn't it? Okay, you got dungeon delving. You got like a 100 level dungeon that you hack and slash in. You know.
I did not know this.
Yeah. It's fishing. Fishing. Lots of stuff to collect, actually.
I must have in all games.
Crafting? There's crafting?
So I'm sorry, are you playing 14? What's going on now?
Yeah.
I don't blame you though. It is a difficult question, isn't it? I think I have an objective answer. I think I do. I don't think there's a genre I genuinely tend to enjoy as much as consistently as character action. Like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, Rising. I'd love to give God Hand a go. Killer 7. Like these games generally don't disappoint me. Even Genshin Impact in its way had character action aspects, and that was easily for me the most enjoyable aspect of it. So yeah, I'm going to say character action games with a follow up being fighters, mostly for the same reason. I just like looking cool, doing cool things. It's neat.
Okay, well, I didn't have to think about. I didn't have to think about this at all because I think it's pretty obvious. Now I'm a JRPG whore. No, I'm a JRPG whore.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
This is fair.
I love JRPGs. They're literally like I'm such a weeb. It's literally all JRPGs all the time. I mean, obviously I like character action games. I like I can tolerate fighting games.
They're not meant for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, we all at one point primarily played Final Fantasy 14, which is an MMO JRPG. So.
Goodness, that's 5 years I dedicated to that.
So I mean, I am.
I did my time.
I love Tales. I love Trails. I love Kingdom Hearts. I love everything. Yeah, JRPGs easily.
I am it.
Yeah. Next question. Digital or physical, and why?
Okay, so preference-wise, I like physical because I want my money's worth. God damn it! These days, I'm pointing at the industry right now. And I'll answer that in a bit because I just like the cover. I like at least in my youth there was really cool game guides or instruction books inside the casing, especially for Mega Drive. There was illustrations shit in there. It was awesome. Like actually the best one I got so far. It's Sonic game I can get on Switch. That has a full art booklet and story and shit that's bundled with the cartridge. That's awesome. I love that stuff. I do. Special editions are fun too. You know, you get nice shiny stuff with them. It's just nice to have if you have the space. And this is where the crux of the thing is. I don't. So digital is great. However, why the fuck are they the same pricing?
Oh my goodness. Oh my, you've done. Why did you have to say that?
I did
it. So, I agree with Leek. As it stands, I prefer physical just for safety's sake. But I do appreciate the convenience of digital. There are some times when I don't want to go out or I don't want to wait to have it shipped, and I just want it then and there. Also, I have so many things on Steam. So I mean, I guess I don't mind digital, but yeah, physical is just safer right now. I mean, it always will be. It's one of those things of the industry constantly plays the boogeyman, and reminds us that we're technically only leasing these, so they can shut us off at any time, and that kind of sucks. And it's mostly fear mongering. I think for most people, having a completely digital library won't hurt, but why take the chance? But yeah, digital. We had a lot of promises made when we were moving towards the digital era. One of those being that the savings from all of the packaging and distribution would be passed along to the consumers. Well, that really never came to fruition, did it? And now, with games going up in price, suddenly we're paying the most we've ever paid for a product we don't even really own. So yeah, that's a whole podcast unto itself, though.
So
that's my answer.
So everybody knows me. I end up buying both most of the
Yeah.
time. And the only time I really actually end up buying both is when I'm getting collector's editions. So, for example, I have Cold Steel 3, 4, and Hajimari collector's editions. Well, I have the Japanese collector's edition of 4 and Hajimari, but I have the NA collector's edition of 3. I will literally buy the collector's edition, and then I will buy the digital version because I want to play the game at midnight when it releases. Because usually a collector's edition will not come in on the... Sometimes it'll come in on the day it comes out, but no, obviously it's not going to ship to you and deliver to you like either the day before, especially if you're doing trails, because fucking ISA, man. And then importing takes like fucking 3 weeks anyway. So, I have a small collection of physical games, and I will 100% buy physical games if they have a collector's edition along with it. If I like the game enough. But I actually normally primarily buy digital. And I understand that I feel like digital I agree digital should be lower in price, cuz you're literally only paying for the only premium you're paying for in a video game when it's digital is server space.
Yeah.
And let me go ahead and tell you, that's not not that much on a scale of one game. The only problem with that is when you're buying digitally, it's not that like every digital store has a premium, and I think that's how they what's the word, justify charging you full price, like full physical price for a game, is because Sony store, you know, if you're not first party, you're paying 30% to Sony to house it on a PlayStation, on PlayStation Online. Same with Microsoft, you're paying 30. Same with Nintendo, you're paying 30, or you're paying around that much. And so they obviously have to keep the price the same for both digital and physical, because they actually have to pay extra if they're selling a game digitally. So that's my only justification on games being full price digital, but I believe it should at least be like $10 cheaper.
Yeah, I think that's what most people are asking for. It's just literally just the $10.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone expects digital games to be like half price.
I will say this. I understand people complaining about next gen video games going up to $70. I understand that. As I grew up being a poor video game player, like at least in the second half of me getting into actual video games, where I didn't have like the $50 or $60 to actually get a game, I had to like beg my parents to like get shit or whatever, or wait for the game to be on sale. I have slightly less of a problem with game prices going up to 70 at the moment, because of one thing. If you're gonna sit here and argue about game prices going up to 70, you don't really have to worry that much, because you don't have to get a game when it comes out. I know there's like FOMO and everything, fear of missing out and all that shit, but like stuff like Returnal being $70, or like, you know, Demon Souls being $70, 6 months down the line, those games are going to be on sale. All right. Hell, for some games, they go on sale like literally a month after they come out. So you don't have to really wait too long for those games to go on sale. If you really want to complain about video game pricing, write to Nintendo, please. Because those games never go on sale. Those games are always $60.
Yeah, that's true. I
And
don't know that I agree with your theory completely. I feel like it's morally correct for the most part until you have a game that you were excited about, big story focused game, be spoiled for you because you decided to wait an extra month or two. And then people decided, well, I've waited long enough. Anyone who's going to play the game picked it up.
I mean, I have reservations about that because as somebody that has waited for like either a video game to like go down in price or waited for me to have the money to buy a video game, I take the precautions to not get spoiled, and most people that do get spoiled aren't actually taking precautions to not get spoiled.
I mean, maybe, but it feels really weird for it to be on them like that. But I guess. I mean, I don't think the price increase is the worst thing in the world. I think it shouldn't be. I think a lot of the arguments that it's necessary are wrong. Um, but it's not the worst thing in the world. If you buy 6 games over the course of the year, you paid for an extra game that you didn't get, but that's about it.
Yeah. My only, I suppose, ponderings is when will the pricing rises stop? Because wages aren't going up.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things that feed into this. People, and I think it was. It's only the concept that games haven't had a price increase in 20-ish years, I think is what they say. That's the only argument that ever really gets said, but you have I think identified the biggest counter argument.
Yeah.
Wages aren't going up. It's not like we make more money and games have stayed the same. I think that is actually, quite honestly, the biggest argument against that. But the problem is we're arguing over premium products. So
Yeah. So to round about my to the answer to my question, I prefer physical over digital, but I will primarily buy digital most of the time. Mainly for the convenience of getting the game when I pay for it and not having to wait. That being said, I did pay $215 for the Tales of Arise Collector's Edition, and I cannot wait for that.
Oh, how much?
$215.
Oh, fuck! That's disgusting.
It's like 180. It's like 180 something,
but
like shipping and all that shit.
Oh.
So, it is very beautiful, and I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, and the bonus question: why doesn't Aqua appreciate Little? Do you guys have any inclinations as to why I don't appreciate Little?
I think it's a form of. Oh, there you go first.
No. Okay, because you're a hateful, horrible person with a black heart who doesn't appreciate anyone. Obviously,
man, that's mean. Holy shit.
I think it's just a form of reverse psychology. You know, it's tough love. You like say you don't like those questions, but then the people ask more. Like, I'll show you.
Wait. Are you implying that Aqua's a Soon?
Well, the real answer to the question is that Little's a beta cuck, and then we'll move on. So
reverse psychology.
News this week. So, China had a PlayStation conference this week, where they showed off Lost Soul Aside, that game that was clearly inspired by Versus 13 when it was getting announced. They showed it was like a 17-minute trailer for it. That game looks really good.
That is correct.
That game looks really good. There's some jankiness to it. There's some definitely jankiness to it. I think some of the sound effects for like the swords in that game are like really not very good. and
Yeah,
him
I'm
doing
not
like
even
the
going to be charitable about it.
yeah.
They're like
Just
cartoony, are they?
Yeah. Well, no, it's generic.
They just sound really low quality.
yeah.
Not even that.
Oh,
They
I see.
genuinely sound low quality and tinny. They feel like
Ah.
placeholders for like when they put in like 6 layers of steel hitting steel with like this big reverberant effect. For now,
Yeah.
it's just
Mhm.
it's real light tinny stuff. I'm not keen on it.
Hmm.
For those of you who don't know, Lost Aside is a game that was announced like almost 10 years ago. And this guy has been one guy has been working on this game. He released a trailer for this game, and he was like the only guy working on it. And then Sony like picked him up and gave him like 28 more people to work on it. So they've been working diligently.
Well, a
on
lot
this
of
game.
money and 28 more people.
Yeah. A lot of money and 28 more people. So I mean, it's a relatively small development game, but
It doesn't look it though. Like
no, it doesn't look it. Yeah.
I was just very uncharitable to the sound department, but to be frank, that game looks too pretty to exist. It genuinely looks like a tech demo for like new hardware rather.
Mhm.
I have no idea how that's going to be playable. It looks so fluid and high quality the whole time.
You
There's
can definitely
so many things on screen too.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. There is so many. You can definitely tell. Oh, the game was being played on a PS5, by the way, or like it was like being played on like at least a dev kit for PS5. The game still looks like there's a lot of work being done. Like they didn't make a release date for it or anything. But it was like a 17-minute trailer. Obviously the sound department needs to, and we're gonna go ahead and assume it's definitely placeholder stuff for like actual like.
I'm not making any such assumptions.
I at least hope. So the only reason why I say
I
it's
hope that this case.
The only reason why I say it, I'm hoping it's like a placeholder is because the guy that's doing the soundtrack actually worked on like Devil May Cry and other games. So
Is that the soundtrack or the sound?
The soundtrack, the guy that's actually doing the music.
I mean, I don't have a problem with the music. I have a problem with the way things sound.
No. But I'm saying if they have somebody working on the music like that, they probably have somebody actually working on the sound. It's just this is I'm hoping it's placeholder. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that it's placeholder, like sounds.
Yeah, I will get on board with it. I certainly hope it's placeholder. I hope that it's work in progress. Lord knows that they've just increased so much, well, I can't say so fast, but it's leaps and bounds from where it began. And if sound is the one thing that they're saving to work on later as they get everything else set up, fine, excellent, wonderful. But I don't know. Everything seems so polished right now. It feels weird to have that stand out so aggressively. Maybe it's not aggressive. Maybe I'm just picky.
And the the fighting in that game looks so this looks really good. And they have dialogue in the game, like there's actually voice acting in it, and it sounds pretty good. With the dragon is funny. The dragon has really good quips.
I can't say much for the acting, but holy crap, I can say that the writing already feels like that there is a solid relationship between a boy and his metallic shard dragon. I'm a big fan of that. We know that there will be a rival. There will be a Virgil of some sort. We have to imagine that's going to be pretty all right. Impress me. I'm willing to be impressed. And I so far, I'm feeling confident in that aspect.
Yeah. And they confirmed that there's going to be a PS5. It's coming to PS5. So it's going to be PS4, PS5 game. One joke that I heard is that how it's an actual game. There's a there's a squeeze through in the game, so that's how it's a video game. Yeah. So that's good. I can't wait. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this game since it's been announced. So as soon as when I heard that it was being worked on by one guy, then that immediately set my expectations to this game's not coming out for the next 10 years. but it's definitely something to really look forward to.
I agree.
Next up, Monster Hunter Rise, because we were already talking about that, shipped 6 million worldwide this week. It's only 300K off from being the best single platform Capcom title, which I'm pretty sure probably already hit that by the time this came out. This article came out like closer to the actual week ago than today. So 300K copies is probably nothing at the moment to
I'm
being
just
sold.
saying, Capcom, you could have had this years and years ago.
Yeah.
I'm happy you finally smartened up, because now everyone knows. Everyone knows.
Everyone knows
I'm really
Monster
happy
Hunter
for
is
it.
actually good.
It's wonderful. It's great. You don't need to think too hard about it. It's engaging. You're hunting cool monsties. Wonderful. Excellent. Wonderful. Grand. Thank you.
Next up is our last bit of... Is it the last bit of Capcom news? Yeah, it's our last bit of Capcom news, actually. Yoshinori Ono, a known producer at Capcom, known for most of his work in Street Fighter and everything, announces he's leaving. He leaves the company, and I think he's actually the head of a new company now.
Yeah, Delightworks.
Yeah, Delightworks. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, he leaves that company and is actually assigned a head of another company. So
when I read this, I was confused because, as I understood it, he left Capcom a time ago. So that threw me off. But it makes more sense when we see that he has been now established in another company. I think for a lot of people who might be thinking, I know that name, I'm just not sure. But from Street Fighter 4. Fighter 4. He took Street Fighter 4. He took Street Fighter from a super niche product and kind of allowed it to be the second boom.
Yeah, you might see him a lot on social media. He tends to bring along like a little Blanka figure with any photographs of himself.
Yeah, he left
funny
Capcom
guy.
last year. He left Capcom last year.
Yeah, I thought as much. Yeah, funny guy, hard worker. I hope he has success at Delightworks. I only know Delightworks for one thing, and I can't imagine he has much to do with it, especially because he's in such a high-ranking position. So, enjoy your time there, Ono.
I'm like on his Wikipedia page, right? And there's a game like on the last the last game he worked on is called Deep Down. It was supposed to be on PlayStation 4, and it says release status development hell.
Yeah, that game's never coming out, by the way.
It actually listed as Development Hell.
Dude, Development Hell actually has its own fucking Wikipedia.
Oh no!
Pretty sure that was meant to be a launch title for the PS4, or at least like a late title for the PS3, something like that. And it disappeared, man. People were getting real excited, treating it like they had Dark Souls hype, and then nothing. So, I mean, he ended up doing other things, was very successful, and now he's off to Delightworks, who I only know for Fate Grand Order. So,
everybody was was making the joke we're gonna end up seeing fucking Saber in Street Fighter now.
Actually a pretty funny joke. I would have assumed the mindset to be, we're getting unlimited codes too.
Codes too.
Are we getting a follow up to that game? That's weird. But no, his position is also pretty telling. It's very unlikely he'll be involved with development. He's in a leadership position, like
he's running the company. He's COO.
Yeah. So he's president. So yeah, he has a bunch of company related business, probably less to do with anything on the development side. So as funny as those jokes are, and it would as interesting as it would be, I imagine he's just off to do businessman stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks for all you've done, Ono. I am still actually a little mad at you, by the way.
For
Blanca
what?
did not need to be in Street Fighter V. Just a thought.
Oh,
Um, let's see here. Guilty Gear Strive second beta starts during Hell Week.
oh gosh.
Ah,
So much to do that week.
I
Oh
mean-
my.
I'm super happy because Guilty Gear Strive was in a good place, but it had a lot of things it needed help on. And this will
Yeah.
be the definitive place where we figure out, were they listening or were they just hearing? Or rather, did they hear
Yeah,
us or were they just listening?
I want to see if they've changed the lobby. I want to see it.
I can
see what they did.
confirm that there have been changes to the lobby that went out with one
Uh-huh.
of their updates. It's still that god awful design, but it seems like they've addressed teleporting, and it's much easier to
mhm.
visually read the room. So
That's good. That's good.
that's very good because that was not there prior, and it was, unlike a lot of changes that were made, it was pretty safe to assume that without feedback that was never going to change. So whilst the diehards are super disappointed to see that awful lobby come back, at least it's been done in such a way that it looks like it's going to work now.
Yeah.
It should also be
Oh, I
noted.
can't wait for. Uh huh.
No, go ahead.
No.
Oh, okay. It should also be noted that the last beta was a network stress test, and this one is looking a bit more like a proper feedback machine. In the update that was given not too terribly long ago, they mentioned a lot of reworking to a lot of in-game systems. Jumping has been changed considerably because it was very strong.
Jumping's been changed.
There's lots.
Ah.
That's not to say the jump arcs are different, even though I believe that is true. But yeah, they've had to make a bunch of system-side changes to frame data and landing frame. Just a lot of frame-related stuff, because honestly, jumping was super strong and kind of a catch-all answer. They have buffed a lot of global moves, like just your anti-air options, and characters have been balanced. We've seen changes in the in-person demo that was in, I forget where it was. Was it? It wasn't Akihabara. It was somewhere. They had a location test, and there was some worry that came out of that amongst players. So being able to get our hands on everyone's going to be great. Not to mention, to top it all off, everyone's playable. Everyone is playable. Anji and Ino are in the game, and they will be
Yes!
playable in this.
Oh,
So
I'm
I
rubbing my hands again.
imagine exactly. I imagine they will actually want character feedback on those two because they've been tested the least.
Uh-oh.
So there's a lot to look forward to. Balancing the network, looking at the gameplay changes, the system changes, the lobby changes. This is going to be a big beta. And I think with the way that Arc System Work has been listening thus far, it's going to be great if they, have time to change it. I worry about this, though. There's time for changes to be made, but there's also a chance that these changes we won't see until the first major patch after the launch. So temper those expectations, but be hopeful.
Cool.
Yeah,
But-
I'll just
No,
I'll
I'm
just cut
looking
this bit out.
forward to Angie. I haven't played him since Guilty Gear X2, I think it was. Angie. He
Yep.
hasn't been in it for a long time.
Yeah. Get ready for a lot of knockdown into Butterfly.
Yeah. And Potemkin, I'm determined to play him.
I have a really important question though.
Go on, then.
How are you gonna juggle playing Guilty Gear Strive and playing PSO2 to Genesis and doing FanFest?
We just
And
create a
having
schedule.
class, 'cause
It's
that's
fine. No, it's
That's my week back.
schedule.
There is so much going on the weekend of the 14th. I have no idea how everyone managed to schedule all their neat stuff at the same time. Incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrating.
I'm loving it. Every time I hear something that's coming out on the 14th, I'm just like,
Right, we'll schedule it hour by hour. This will
Hour by
be
hour.
clinical.
well, so New Genesis and FanFest actually start at the exact same time.
It's
Oh
so
my
cruel.
gosh.
It's so cruel.
I'll be definitely downloading New Genesis while we're doing FanFest, but
Mhm.
yeah, God, man, that week's gonna be fucking wrecked. Anyway, so some lukewarm news coming out of Activision. Bobby Kotick is cutting his salary and bonus by 50%. And he's also eliminating 2 other performance incentives, including the $200 million stock bonus. That's cool. You should have done this like 2 years ago before you laid off fucking 800 workers.
Yeah, imagine where all that money could have
Oh.
gone.
Yeah, seriously.
But this is also a spit in the face at the moment because Toys for Bob doesn't exist anymore. All right, most of their artists, they're out of there. They got laid off because that whole team is being moved on to Warzone Season 3.
Let's take this point by point, shall we? So, Bobby Kotick taking his pay cut and having those incentives removed. Sure, fine, whatever. Too little, too late. But that is, I guess, in the long term, a good thing. Activision had a terrible habit of investing all their money into the top and just having to bleed off the fringe of the company, which often meant a lot of good people suddenly didn't have work anymore. I also suspect this has something to do with Change to Win, CTW, I believe is the group, speaking out against Kotick in several of the investor calls.
Mm-hmm.
And Kotick just getting reprimanded online by literally everyone.
Yeah.
For like just being openly terrible for that company in terms of money. And that the growth that that the company was claiming was due to him probably really wasn't due to just him and perhaps, I don't know, the company as a whole. As for the Toys for Bob thing, that's heartbreaking. This is one of the 3 companies that are responsible for the recent resurgence in Crash and Spyro games. And I genuinely don't even know why you've decided to use Toys for Bob as support for Call of Duty when they have such a strength in a different game type. Just everything about it is so different. They like their character designers are so good for these colorful, high energy, high spirited designs, and you're gonna put them in Call of Duty Warzone.
You can put them in the Warzone mines, man. Like
Yeah.
Activision does this one thing. All right. That they do it to almost every fucking developer they have. Oh, you did good. You made a good video game. The video game sold well. Well, fuck you. You're going to the mines. You can't make good video game. They did that with Vicarious Visions because they made a really good fucking remake of Tony Hawk 1 and 2, and that sold like fucking hotcakes. Now what are they doing?
Yeah.
They're making Blizzard's fucking Diablo 2 remaster, which in hindsight that's slightly okay because it's a game that everybody wants, all right? And I'm sure Vicarious is like, okay, we can do this, all right? But Toys for Bob, they could have been working on another Crash game. You know, something that they want to work on.
They sure could have.
They could be working on like an
I don't know,
actual new
it's-
Spyro game.
Yeah, yeah.
It should be said that whilst Crash and Spyro were successful from like an audience perspective,
They
and even
weren't
critically,
successful enough.
no, not even that. I mean, yes, that like they're just not as they're never gonna sell the way Call of Duty sells. Call of Duty is year over year the highest selling game. Maybe it's beaten by one of the sports titles. Maybe, probably not. The only thing that's likely to beat Call of Duty is if another Call of Duty drops in the same year.
or FIFA. It's either Call of Duty or
No,
FIFA.
I don't even think it's FIFA. I think it tends to be NBA 2K and one of the NFL games. I think FIFA is reliably number 3.
That's
I might
weird.
be wrong about that. I don't think I am. Yeah, because you think FIFA has the global
But
market.
I feel like
maybe-
FIFA was definitely going to beat out an NHL game.
NHL, absolutely. I said NFL.
Oh no, wait, I thought you said it. No, I thought you said hockey.
No, not hockey.
Okay, I
Hockey
was
games don't even make the top 10.
Hey, fuck you! I like hockey games. All right.
Look, I'd love to give hockey a chance. If one of you hockey teams was to hook me up and get me hooked, best of luck to you. But no, this is smart from a strictly business perspective. It's like the coldest, most mechanical, most lacking human faith and love I've ever seen. But yeah, this is their moneymaker. Call of Duty, and for Blizzard, it's WoW and Diablo and Overwatch. And that's the 4 companies. There's 4 games that keep Activision as one of the most profitable companies in the gaming sphere. I don't have to like this. This is kind of disgusting. And just to see companies like this routinely just eaten alive for manpower and seeing like creativity go to waste on the same thing is disheartening.
You know what hits hard? Activision is being worse than
Spyro only
EA.
got
No,
oh
Activision is being worse than EA right now.
they're the same evil. They're
No.
so the same evil. I have a hard time getting them straight in my head.
They may be the same evil, but recently EA has been making better moves than Activision. EA is allowing Dragon Age to be single player. They're fuck, what was the other game? They decided to not fucking go with Anthem 2. They're doing good with Mass Effect right now by making one of the endings in Mass Effect 3 canon and making a new Mass Effect that carries on from that. And then the Legendary Edition is supposed to be pretty good. So he's making like actual like good decisions, right? Oh, and they're allowing Respawn to make the fucking their second Star Wars game. So like, I mean, come on. When you're doing worse than EA, I think you need to look at yourself there.
I'm disinclined to give EA that benefit of the doubt. I mean, let's look at those again, right? So they canned Anthem after promising to everyone they weren't going to do it. They only switched, I keep wanting to say Diablo, Dragon Age, because internally people were telling them it was going to be a failure if they didn't. So they really had to be talked into it. And what was the last one?
They're
remember.
They're Mass Effect. They're making good decisions with Mass Effect.
I mean, Mass Effect, the biggest good decision they're making right now that we can confirm is they're just remaking the most profitable game that they've possibly put out.
And they're allowing Respawn to make the Star Wars game.
Which one?
Fallen Order.
Oh,
They're making a sequel. They're
that's an
Respawn's
EA
making
game,
a
isn't it?
sequel. Yes, it is.
I consistently forget that's an EA title. Well, okay, so 1 for 4 isn't great, but it's something. I don't know. Again, I'm disinclined to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think they're both doing the same thing. I think optically right now it looks better for EA, but if we get into the minutia, nothing's changed.
No.
These are two companies looking out for the buck, and EA has plenty under its belt in this year alone.
Yeah.
That is comparable. It's just, it's really frustrating, these two companies and the way they've attacked this, because it stopped being about gaming for the sake of quality content, and it's become gaming for the sake of money, which is fair. We live in a capitalist society. This is the end goal. But it's cold, and it lacks a lot of heart. And I don't like that.
Yeah. Next up, so I was only able to confirm Bamco and NetherRealm.
Yeah, same.
To break away. So I don't know about various other FGCs, but Bamco and NetherRealm, they break away from WePlay after WePlay started a partnership with 1xBet, which is apparently a scam gambling company.
Yep. Can I continue?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so yes, I was searching for like stuff about this, and I found a YouTube channel called The Score Esports. The Score being one word put together, with the S and Score being capitalized and esports separate. The YouTube channel made a video covering the allegations, with their video description written as follows. Recently, tournament organizers ESL and WePlay announced 1xBet as their global esports betting partner. On the surface, this seems totally fine, even boring. But in reality, 1xBet is currently under criminal investigation. All three of its alleged owners are on international wanted lists, and the site has allegedly been fined more than $1 million for its shady business practices, including betting on underage sporting events and running on a porn casino.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's wild.
Okay. That's a lot to take in for like a surface level find. Holy, that's what we know about them. Oh man.
Yeah, that's what you know about them. So yeah, I highly recommend watching the video. It's very interesting.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's good. That's good that they're breaking away from them, because holy fucking shit. The optics on that do not look good.
Of course, we have to say allegedly, you know.
Right, allegedly, yeah.
I'll confirm the things.
Well, here's the question before we say that. Do we have to say allegedly? We know for a fact that 3 of their owners are on them.
As a journalistic outsource, as the medium
this
that
is fair.
To legally say allegedly.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just in case. I know everyone's like, well, duh, no shit Sherlock things, but unfortunately, even newspapers and stuff, they have to say allegedly. Everyone has to say
allegedly. Yeah, that's pretty fucked, and good on for Bamco and NetherRealm to back out of that as quickly as they fucking could. So yeah. Next up we have ArtStation. They joined Epic Games. I don't know much about ArtStation, so
neither do I.
This is actually my first time hearing about them.
Yay! I use ArtStation. Hooray! Yeah, I mainly use it as a site. So actually, it's you can sell things on ArtStation. You can job search. Companies actually search for artistic talents and whatnot on ArtStation. Yada yada. So for Epic Games, honestly, it looks enticing what they want to do. So, for example, what they said, the good things I found, that they're writing on their official statement anyway, on ArtStation, they said, earn more on the ArtStation marketplace. You can sell your prints and stuff on there. As of today, we are massively increasing the earning potential of sellers on ArtStation marketplace. We're dropping our standard fees from 30% to only 12%. And that is actually a big drop. You compare that, but for pro users, the fee reduces from 20 to 8, and then 5. the self-promoted sales. So that's even better. It's interesting. I know. Then maybe there is a catch somewhere. I don't know, but it's nice that they take less from you. Truly, someone, people that want to make money off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another one is ArtStation Learning is free for the rest of 2021. That's fucking cool too. You can learn stuff from professionals via ArtStation. So we're also making ArtStation Learning free to all members for the remainder of 2021. ArtStation Learning is our streaming video service for artists. It features unlimited access to an ever-growing content library from the industry, which is fantastic. So I don't know. I don't know what will come out of it in the long run, though. So we just have to keep your eyes peeled, I guess.
So
Two things are interesting.
I'd like to point out, all right, that I'm not a fan of Epic most of the time. All right, I think most
You
of the
don't
stuff
say.
I'm not most of the stuff that Epic does is a little meh, and like their whole little debacle with Apple that we'll talk about in a little bit is funny. I'll just say funny. But the one thing I do like about Epic is that they have so much money that they can just throw around that they just slash their premiums in like over half for like everybody. Developers, hey, yeah, we're instead of 30%, we only want you to like pay like 12% for using our fucking and our Epic Game Store. Or, if you use Unreal Engine, if you don't make $1 million, you don't have to pay a shit for licensing. All right? But after you do $1 million, you have to pay like, I think it's like what is it, 5%, I think.
It's something super reasonable.
Yeah. And while I understand people's like apprehension on using the Epic Game Store because it is very inferior to Steam. I'm never mad or I never like want to tell people to shy away from using Epic Game Store, because in the end, if it's only on Epic Game Store and you really want to play the game, not only is it like a quick download to get the Epic Game Store, but like you're also giving the developer more money by buying off of them. And that's like the only breakaway I can say about Epic, is that they're not really too worried about like forcing customers to pay more money so they can make more money. They're like, we have fuck you money, and we'll just make sure developers don't have to pay us that much. The
moment that Epic decides to make its user interface, sorry, the Epic Game Store specifically, decides to make its user interface more in line with what people expect, they'll take over the market. Or then they will truly force Steam into an uncomfortable position. But that I feel like that is literally the only thing holding it back right now.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with Steam is
Steam takes more, don't they?
Steam takes 30%.
Oh yeah,
30%.
Yeah.
The problem with Steam is they along with Epic also have fuck you money, all right? But they don't give two shits. They're gonna force the devs to pay 30%, and that's okay by me, because they do have the superior platform. And it is the industry standard. The 30% is. So, I mean, Epic is literally the only one you can, if for like PC wise, Epic is literally the only one you can go to if you don't want to be charged as much to be played on PC.
I think, and I would have to look this up, and I wish I knew we were going to talk about this, because I would have, but maybe Good Old Gaming's gives a better price point as well, but their library isn't nearly as long.
Yeah, there's another one. There's another option for indie developers as well, was Itch.io.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also very good. Very kind to developers.
You should probably figure out what
Mm-hmm.
their percentage is too.
This is stuff we can absolutely look up.
But yeah, ArtStation on Epic, and the learning's free. They're slashing their premiums on or like their percentages for people that are selling on there. It looks pretty good. Good guy Epic coming in
Hooray!
today. Yeah. Next is no surprise whatsoever, because this developer just doesn't like to do anything half the time. But Konami announced that they will not be ready for E3 this year, and that's literally it. So don't expect any Silent Hill at E3 this year, or any Metal Gear news.
So do we think they've only chosen to say something because of the constant rumors flying about?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, to say this is to say nothing. I think a majority of the industry was like, "Yeah, we didn't really expect you to have anything. Thanks for letting us know, but we don't have expectations from you anymore."
But
yeah, with all the rumors around the various potential products, maybe it was the right call, I guess.
Yeah, I think they were also thinking because the list for the people that are attending E3, or like the companies that are attending E3 this year, Konami wasn't on that list, and so people were asking like, where the fuck is Konami at? Because there is a bunch of rumors about a Silent Hill, about Metal Gear stuff, so they're like, this would be the perfect time for Konami to like make a resurgence and everything. No, they're not. I literally think that they're licensing out their games, so they're not even going to want to even attend an E3, most likely. So,
I mean,
anyway,
if I'm gonna be talking personally, I can think of a lot of games that they need to be making right now while the iron's hot.
more Yu-Gi-Oh!
But
games,
hey,
right?
no, as a matter of fact, good guess, but not at all. Like, the fact they haven't made a Castlevania to go along with the animated one is ridiculous. The fact that there's all these rumors going around about Silent Hills, the fact they ever stopped making that, absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, look, they still own Metal Gear, and maybe I don't want anyone messing with Metal Gear that isn't Kojima, but maybe I also do. I don't know. It's complicated.
We get Yoko Taro on.
I'm not ready for that kind of storytelling.
Well,
Oh god, Yoko Taro and Metal
been
Gear.
lady robot women in Metal Gear series, so
Make it canon to Nier. We can make it canon to the Drakengard universe. Oh, dude, that would be
Can
the
you
best.
imagine?
That would be the best.
Drakengard spins off Nier spins off, and it just fades in, and there's Solid Snake.
Dude,
Oh,
Solid Snake
man.
versus 2B. Solid Snake versus 2B.
I don't stop.
No.
I don't. I don't know how to approach
I just had a
this.
brain blast. All right.
right,
All right.
All right, Jimmy.
Metal Gear was the ultimate prequel to Drakengard. It was the ultimate prequel because, like, obviously the world of Metal Gear was building up into making androids.
yeah, I suppose you got.
So moving on.
Moving on. Yeah, moving on.
Oh
Riot
my
drops a trailer for their new Netflix series coming out. It's called Arcana. It's Arcane. It's a League of Legends Netflix series.
My thoughts is Riot Games did what fucking Blizzard Overwatch should have done ages ago.
Seriously. That said, I haven't actually seen the announcement. Is this the one that we've already been privy to, that they've announced before?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, so this is that finally coming out, which
Yeah.
times up about right. Wild Rift is now coming out. Runeterra is already out. The Ruined King game is on its way.
Yeah.
Seems like there's going to be a lot of Riot stuff. I think recently, and I can't speak in detail about it, there was some miscommunication between Project L, the fighting game, and the FGC. So lots of Riot news, lots of Riot stuff. And now you get to watch it if you don't want to play through that toxicity.
Arcane will will air in fall. So
Hey,
it,
Gonna
So
look
we-
pretty
so-
because they've.
Yeah.
Mhm,
they have good CG.
mhm.
Riot actually has pretty good CG. I'm
And
still
music.
waiting on them to. I'm still waiting on them to fucking announce their MMO because Riot's working on an MMO, a League of Legends MMO.
They are.
Yeah,
oh,
they
you're
are.
not going to hear about that for a while. That's going to take so much time to get down.
How-
The amount of
What?
work that's going
And
to have
how?
to go
What?
into
And
that.
how? What? How? What? So
Wasn't
what?
League of Legends originally meant to be an MMO?
I don't know. I don't really know the
I'm pretty-
history of League of
I
Legends.
feel
That
like
In
I
much.
what
thought that was
capacity?
the case.
At what capacity?
you-
What like?
Yeah, like do you just select a character from the franchise or?
Nobody knows. They just announced that they were working on one.
Huh.
They announced that like a year and a half ago, I think. Back when they were like announcing like all of their all of these new studio games that they're working on, like the Ruined King, Wild Rift, and all that.
Okay.
If I had to guess, I would say you will not play as any member.
No,
of
you would
the
make your own
cast.
character. Yeah, I think you'd make
You
your
would
own
Okay.
make
character.
your own
Mhm.
character, and they
Mhm,
would
mhm.
be established people in the world. Darius would be off, and Noxus being not evil
see, I
anymore, but I
see.
guess antagonistic. Garen would be there being holier than thou. Lux would be making magic in the forest, trying not to get arrested. This is my guess.
Jinx would be not getting arrested.
Jinx would be getting arrested, causing explosion, breaking out, and flying away on a rocket.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that, but who knows? Fucking announce
Hmm.
more on that title. But yeah,
Mhm.
Arcane looks good. Looks I will definitely watch it once it hits Netflix in the fall.
Sure thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, is there
So,
a date? It's definitely fall.
No,
something?
it just said fall. They just said fall.
Ah.
It's just a quarter release. So the Epic versus Apple trial started this week. And the
Free Fortnite! Free Fortnite! Free Fortnite!
as Dollar over here has demonstrated, the fans during the trial started chanting free Fortnite.
Oh my god. The poor professionals that have to deal with this bollocks. Oh,
This is
my goodness.
why I always cringe when I see like video game companies like going into like court cases and all that stuff, because I'm just like, that you're gonna have rabid fans out there just screaming some dumbass shit like free Fortnite.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
while that's funny, because of this lawsuit, Epic has had to open up a bunch of documents that were not public, and now they are public. First of that being, Fortnite in the years 2018 and 2019 made $9 billion, which is fucking ridiculous.
$9
That's a lot of
billion.
That's a lot of fucking money. Yeah. This is why
One
Epic
game.
has fuck off money. Fuck you money. This is why.
One game that looks like Fortnite with one map made $9 billion.
$9 billion.
Like, it's so crazy the amount that just how profitable that game is. And quite frankly, I shouldn't be surprised. I literally wrote a paper on this. I know what they were doing in the year 2019. I know what they were doing in the year 2020, and just how impressive their partnerships have been. But oh my goodness. Like,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Fortnite is a shooter with a gimmick, and the gimmick is you put wood in front of your face.
Yep.
That's it. And it's made $9 billion. It's had partnerships with Marshmallow. It's had partnerships with Disney through the Marvel's Avenger. It's been tied into the Jordan brand of shoes. Like, are you kidding me?
Yep. A lot of money.
Take over the world.
But that's yeah. They literally could, honestly. Epic has so much fuck you money. It's not even funny. Just ugh. We also learned that their Borderlands 3 exclusivity, that 1 year exclusivity. It was 6 month, wasn't it? That 6 month exclusivity that Borderlands that they had with Borderlands 3 costed them $146 million. Again, like I said, Epic has fuck you money, and they could lose money. Like they lose money like every day, but they just regain it back because Fortnite is the most popular fucking game on the planet. Or at least they're the biggest money maker on the planet.
Yeah,
that isn't Genshin Impact.
I think it is behind. Yeah, that's fair. I think it currently sits behind like Minecraft and WoW for concurrent players, but neither of those games can monetize as well as them. So,
yeah,
no, it can't be WoW. What is the other one?
I was actually just looking at a list
time?
of most concurrent players.
But yeah, like it's crazy just how profitable that game has managed to be, and is literally keeping that company afloat. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure UE does like a lot of legwork, but is UE making $9 billion in 2 years?
No.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. I genuinely.
The most concurrent played game at the moment is PUBG.
That's what the game was. Okay.
With 1,037 million players as of March 2021.
And that's just the bots.
That's just the bots. Yeah. Right after is that Chinese shooter game Crossfire.
Wow,
actually,
that game when it was in beta. Goodness.
Here's the shit. You know, we were talking about this game a couple of months ago. All right. Guess what the third most played game is right now? You'll be really surprised once I say the name.
All right, well, surprise me.
Dungeon Fighter Online.
Dungeon Fighter Online.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the
really?
third most played game. Well, it's actually tied with QQ Speed G Kart Speed Drifters, whatever that game is.
No idea what it is. Still that relevant, huh? Oh goodness.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, DFO is like my friend is die hard in let me go to Discord. Let me see if she's playing it right now. She is.
Oh, speaking of which,
she's not online.
Aqua's friend, I won't punch you.
Oh.
I don't know what he told you, but I won't punch you. Okay, I'm clearing this up now.
Not the same friend, but okay.
All right. Well, you know who you are. I won't do.
She's not online at the moment. So, but if she was, she'd be playing DFO. So, yeah, that game's immensely popular, and that's why they're making let's think it's like two other, like a DFO 2 and then a fighter game. So
yeah, one by Oxus and one I guess it's just an update.
Yeah,
an upgrade.
It's a sequel upgrade.
That's the word.
Yeah. And the third thing to come out of this whole Epic versus Apple ordeal is some confidential Sony documents got released between them and Epic. Epic really tried to get them to do crossplay during the whole PS4 Fortnite era, and Sony was not having any of that shit. So here's like here's the list. Here's the list of what Epic was giving Sony.
I really need you to explain why you didn't say yes to this.
Here's the list of what Epic proposed to Sony. All right. We give you the data you're asking for, plus marketing data that is asked. Epic will deeply integrate Sony's esports API into Unreal Engine 4 as an engine-level feature. Will market and advertise as a first-class citizen of the engine. Maybe an E3 announcement, and we will support it in Fortnite. We announced crossplay in conjunction with Sony. Epic goes out of its way to make Sony look like heroes. You get to pick when and where and how. Epic brands its E3 presence with PlayStation. They're planning a 100-player celebrity pro-am with huge after party. Budgets you've seen are that the person that wrote this is huge. It's huge. It's like the biggest event at E3. Maybe announce it all announce it with all the celebs on stage. New partnership. Epic's willing to explore more items. Maybe we'll commit to a game at the launch with your next VR platform. PS Plus, maybe they'll do something extra special for a month. Offer a unique character or highly valuable drive to drive PS Plus adoption even more. And the big kicker in this last point is that Epic was going to extend Sony's company-wide Unreal Engine 4 license. They don't think they've ever mentioned this before, but that the license was going to expire back in 2019, and that they were going to extend it if they would just do this whole like fucking big old like Fortnite thing. Like Sony would have not lost anything doing this deal. All right. But the bullet point that made them say no was the bullet point 3, which is announcing crossplay. Sony did not want to do crossplay whatsoever. They even said, okay, we will do crossplay, but you have to do a cross-platform revenue share. By the way, no other company that does crossplay forces another company to pay extra to do crossplay. They were going to force Epic to give them a percentage share of the people that play and do microtransactions through Fortnite. They were going to make them pay extra just because they're playing on PS4 and that they were using the crossplay functionality. Like, what the fuck, Sony?
It's so unreal to me that
They know they have money. That's what it is. They're nailing it down. They're being hard bastards with the bot.
But even then, they've shot themselves in the foot. They essentially what Epic says, like, look, we're essentially paying for you to partner with us. Like, that Unreal 4 extension is, I assume, would have been huge just alone. But the fact that they were going to cover marketing, they were going to cover the events, and they were going to like change Unreal 4 to support Sony's like API. That's so much work that you don't have to do. You've just saved so much money by doing nothing. Yeah. And to say no purely because crossplay bad, and in this particular case, I don't get it. I know Sony will say that they were incapable of vetting the community and they have standards that they have to stick to, but we all know it's a bullshit response. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna need something better, Sony. Like, I don't care that you didn't do it. It's long since passed. I don't play Fortnite. I desperately need to know why not. Was it really just you wanted to have your cake and eat it too? Are you really that short-sighted? I have to know.
Because they didn't make people can fly and Square Enix pay like a premium to do this whole crossplay functionality, since like, you know, Outriders can be played with people on Xbox and PC. Like we know like Sony can do this. All right. I mean, obviously this was years ago, you know, back when Epic was trying to push this. I mean, even Epic's CEO Tim Sweeney confirmed that that Sony is literally the only platform holder that requires this compensation for crossplay. All right. He's like, in certain circumstances, Epic will have to pay an additional revenue to Sony. All right. If somebody were primarily playing on PlayStation but paying on the iPhone, this would trigger compensation for Sony for Epic to pay Sony. Like
Absolute insanity.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. And I just don't understand. I don't understand. Like, Epic was literally handing Sony money on a fucking silver platter. Like, here's millions of dollars. Please flip the switch so we can have people on PlayStation play with people on PC. Sony's like, I only like green grapes. I don't like red grapes. Sorry.
It's kind of what it seems like.
I love Sony. I love Sony to death.
Exactly.
I love Sony to death, but like, fucking come on.
Like, yeah, I'm sure I come off as a Sony fanboy because mostly I am. I never got into the Xbox culture, but Sony, you like, how do you really? This is gonna look no other way than you're just so greedy.
As I said, they know they have money. That was my point. Greedy.
Yeah, you're just right. And I mean, I guess we already knew this because this has come up in lesser ways all throughout last gen, right? Sony was holding all the cards. Ergo, they weren't going to play ball with the other companies unless they stood to make a sizable profit. Now we know what they were looking for.
It's just, I think it's because Jim Ryan hates video games.
He does seem that way, doesn't he?
For a guy in the I mean, I say this, but he was like streaming a fucking game the other day for like a very long time. So obviously he likes playing video games, but some of his opinions when it comes to certain video game stuff, it's just like, what the fuck? And you know it's definitely partially Jim Ryan saying no during this, like, oh, we can't. It's to a point, all right, that we know that Sony hated that, like, people in Sony hated the idea of crossplay so much that literally after they said we cannot do crossplay, and then somebody switched on crossplay at a fucking event
by accident. They literally just turned it on.
It was literally a switch.
I didn't think it was that easy. Like, they just plugged something in or flipped a switch, turned it on, and it was just good to go, and it worked well.
I'm just like, why? What? Like, I understand. Like, they didn't want to play with other companies or whatever. That they were like the big dick of that generation. But like, you don't make these decisions when you're the big dick of the generation, because you're not going to be the big dick of the generation, the next generation, if you keep making these decisions, because people are just going to go off like, I mean, fuck, like Nintendo, which is one of the companies I actually kind of hate the most. They're just like, yeah, fuck yeah, crossplay, that sounds like a good idea. Like, come on. I have my hands in my air like anybody can see me. Like, I'm like fucking like making the what the fuck face. Like, we'll move on from this. Sony was an idiot back in the day, but now they're doing crossplay, and I would like to know if they're forcing People Can Fly and Square Enix to pay a premium to do this crossplay thing, because now that it actually works pretty well outside of like connectivity issues, the crossplay and Outriders actually works like really well. So I'm really interested to see if they're forcing those two companies to pay like a premium for that. Man, I read that and I was just like, wow. I can't believe companies sometimes. Anyway, so the past couple of weeks we've been having some talks about like Microsoft talking to Discord, maybe acquiring them, or like Discord talking to Microsoft about acquiring them. Well, we finally get a reason. We finally get the reason of and this was actually pretty quickly. We finally get the reason why those talks fell through. Discord has ended its friendship with Microsoft. Discord now starts friendship with PlayStation. Because now Discord and PlayStation are
their last statement was the last statement was, now we want to be independent. We will continue to be independent.
Goodness me. Though, to be fair, as I understand this, Sony has not bought Discord.
No, they bought a minority stake in Discord.
They partnered because they have a minority stake. So, technically, Discord told no lies. They were just being cheeky little bastards about this.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, we did know that Discord was in chats with multiple parties. If I had to guess, I would have said it was Microsoft, Sony, and Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be anyone else. Maybe I'm wrong. But we only knew Microsoft, and they had their announcement saying they weren't feeling it. And we said, yeah, they probably just wanted to know how much they were worth. Turns out they found out how much 40% was worth.
Yeah.
Or however much the minority stake is. And yeah, they've partnered with PlayStation, and that's rad, I guess. I don't know. I think it's fine. I personally didn't have a problem with them partnering with Microsoft. I don't know that I would have loved them with Amazon, but we had spoken about the possibility of Sony as well. So,
see, I like this. I like this idea.
Fine.
I like this idea that that by next year we're gonna have a Discord software that integrates with the PlayStation, because PlayStation's chat system, or like it's a voice chat system, sucks shit. It is one of the worst things ever.
It. Oh, you hate to hear it.
I mean, we used it when we played Destiny 1 back in the day, and Destiny 2. I think it was Destiny 2. Yeah, we used it when playing Destiny 2, man. We did part of the Leviathan raid together, man.
Were we not using Discord?
No, I don't think
that made
Discord wasn't that big of a thing back then.
Oh, it's ways back, was it?
Yeah, I mean, like Discord was a thing. Discord was a thing because, like, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
I talked to you guys because of Ethos as Discord, but
yeah,
no, like we've definitely used that chat system. Like, I've used it with my brother
yeah,
as well.
I've used it. Yeah, I've used it with friends. It's alright. There's no push to talk or anything, so it's kind of.
Yeah, I would like to see like a
I've used
software.
it. It's a fair play.
I would like to see some software integration between like the Discord and PlayStation. That's going to be really cool. And so Discord used to have a game shop in it. They don't have it anymore, but you used to be able to buy games through Discord.
Yeah, I remember that.
I wonder if the technology will actually be cool enough to where you might be able to access like your PlayStation shit through the Discord API.
Oh, I mean crossplay. I mean not crossplay, but I won't be hands free.
No, we've learned no crossplay.
Yeah, no crossplay.
My mistake. Oh no! Don't make us pay shit. Sorry for mentioning.
Like I wonder how well, because like I wonder if they code something to where the PC desktop of Discord will be more inclined to like if you link it to your PlayStation, that like it'll change a little bit, and that you can like access like people that are on PlayStation, because like the PlayStation app actually works really well. Because I have the PlayStation app, and I can like access like all my friends and shit through it.
Do you think they'll combine the app?
I don't think they'll combine the app. I think they might use ideas from the app and maybe upgrade Discord to be something akin to it. Like maybe have like a PlayStation tab.
Okay.
that can like link to your PlayStation account. That would be pretty cool.
I think neat. I really want them to. I don't know when they would next speak about it. Maybe E3. Maybe they would just come out and tell us. But I want to see the roadmap. I want to see what their ideas are, because it could be as invested as we've been talking about. The other option is Sony just sees Discord for what it is and invests in them for a monetary stake, and allows Discord to carry on more or less unchanged, perhaps with some added Sony perks, and just, I don't know, just syncs things up really well. Because quite frankly, apparently, aside from the time I used it with you, Aqua, and I just do not have any memory of it, I don't tend to use Sony's in-game stuff. I tend to immediately mute myself and absolutely everyone else. And I just chat with people on Discord, or in the case of when we're doing multiplayer stuff, a la our raid, we had special channels set up for that. So I think fundamentally nothing needs to change. I wonder if this is just a case of Sony understanding what Discord was worth, wanting to get in on it while there's still a chance for growth, and to attach them, and maybe later on to devour them. Maybe this is a case of slowly but surely we're going to get the stocks needed to buy you.
In the thing with what Jim Ryan says, he goes, together our teams are already hard at work connecting Discord with your social and gaming experience on PlayStation Network. Our goal is to bring the Discord and PlayStation experiences closer together on console and mobile starting early next year. So I'm assuming like probably not to the extent of what I was thinking, or what I was like maybe suggesting, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be like probably some decent bit of like PlayStation integration into like the PC, the desktop version of Discord, and maybe there's a Discord app that you can download on PlayStation itself.
I definitely think, if I had to bet, given what they've done with so many other apps, that's where my money is.
Yeah.
It's just having a Discord app that's been overhauled in such a way that it just innately is designed to work on the PS5. Well, not innately.
Maybe they just
optimized.
integrate Discord's like voice functionality into the software of PlayStation, to where like maybe you're in like a voice chat, but it's actually like a Discord voice chat instead of like being on a PlayStation voice chat. Because like I said, their voice party chat system is very archaic and nowhere near used. So who knows? I'm interested. When I saw this earlier today, I was like, yes.
Yeah, frankly, this is one of the more interesting. This is definitely one of the more interesting Sony announcements as of late.
Last but not least, we have the State of Play that happened this past Thursday. They showed 3 games. It's a very quick State of Play. The first game they showed was Subnautica Below Zero, which is pretty much a Subnautica sequel, but it's getting a PS5 version. That PS5 version also releases during Hell Week, because everything is just coming out May 14th for some fucking reason this month. So that looks really nice. There's also like a VR version of the game as well that you can do through PlayStation. Among Us is getting a PS4 and PS5 version as well, and you get Ratchet and Clank costumes. You have a little Clank following you around. You can have a Ratchet costume. And speaking of Ratchet and Clank, yeah, the Elon back series. And speaking of Ratchet and Clank, they showed a 15-minute presentation of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. This game looks like it doesn't exist, but it's going to exist.
Okay.
Again, this was like a tech demo for next gen, and I don't mean PS5. PS5? Yeah, PS5. I mean, like, this looks somehow like we're already to like PS5 Pro, maybe PS6.
PS6, yeah.
Like, this game looks mad good. Holy crap.
The scenes in this game look better than most fucking animated films.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that sounds good to my ears.
So, oh my
It
god.
is beautiful. It's stunning.
The load times, non-existent. You just fucking walk through.
It's so
you,
dumb.
You walk through this broken rift and you're in the next room.
I still, they showed it. I do not believe this.
Yeah, no, right?
They literally showed it. They put it in front of my face. I'm like, no, absolutely not. That's a lie.
There's pocket dimensions you can go into. There's challenge arenas. This game, like, so I'm actually going to re-download Ratchet and Clank, like the remake, the movie remake game that they did, because they released a PS5 update to that game. So now it actually runs at 60 frames. Now it actually runs like it's on the PS5. So, because I played it was locked 30, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why?
I remember you talking about that.
Why is this game locked 30?
While we're on the topic of Ratchet and Clank, I should mention that aside from just looking amazing and having load times that just don't seem real, Ratchet and Clank, based off of just what we were shown, has garnered a lot of positive feedback from the, how do I want to phrase this? The disabled gamers community for its accessibility features.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. The various amounts of selectability you have in the options is huge. Obviously, you can do things that we're used to: turn depth of field down, turn motion blur off, because quite frankly, motion blur is a plague and it needs to stop being used so aggressively.
Yep.
You have chromatic aberration, film grain, all of those nice things. But then you have like 12 different choices in contrast options and hero shaders and ally shaders and NPC shaders and like Square. Sony seems to understand, especially with the way that The Last of Us 2 was praised for its accessibility options, that this is something worth investing in. And now Insomniac, this is still Insomniac, yes.
Yeah.
Seems to, I don't know if it's something that Sony as a company is going to want to mandate to one degree or another, but Insomniac at least has seen this and really rolled with it. So now that it's something that people know to look for, when they see it, they're giving it the positive praise so this continues, and that's excellent. The more people that can play the games, the bigger the gaming community, and I'm all for it.
Yeah. Sony's actually been pretty good about boosting accessibility options in their first-party titles. I think I was telling you guys the other day, because I was watching a stream of somebody playing Returnal, which, by the way, that game is fucking amazing. Somebody came in and was like complaining about the UI not being very colorblind friendly, and I made the point of, if you're gonna come into a stream and complain about a game, you should first ask if the game has options, because obviously not everybody has color blindness, and so the streamers probably don't have color blindness, so they're not going to mess with the accessibility options because they don't need to. All right. So if you just come in and assume that this game doesn't have any accessibility options and you just complain about it, you look like an asshole. So after that person said that and was like complaining for like a minute, I told the streamers, I was like, hey, can you guys check the accessibility options? Just curious. And obviously this is Gigaboots. I talk about Gigaboots like fucking weekly because they're hilarious, and you guys should go check them out. So they're like, yeah, sure, we'll look at it, and they open up the accessibility options. There's like a long list of colorblind options in that game, and that guy replied like literally right after. He goes, yeah, okay, I'll shut up now. I was like,
you'll love to see it. I was like,
don't be a dick about a video game just because, like, at first glance it looks like it's it's horrible for you or whatever. Like, at the moment if it's a Sony first-party title, assume it's going to have decent amount of accessibility options because Sony's been pushing that for quite a while now. So
I just like that it's at a point where developers don't feel like frustrated at having to add it. It seems like a simple enough thing, and I'm big into that. I don't have color blindness. I have apparently a butt ton of friends who do. A lot of them I didn't even know until recently.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all three of us in this call have like people who genuinely can't use a controller to its absolute best. So it'll be great to see going forward how that's seen to. And I think the more people that can play the games, the more people that'll buy a game. So it makes sense from a business decision as well.
Yeah, I'm all for more people being.
Yes, accessibility of games.
Yeah.
Accessibility is.
It's good. It's good. But that's it. That's all we have. I checked. I was just checking on Twitter. I don't see anything. I don't see anything extra for news. This week.
Nothing breaking.
Nothing breaking.
Oh, just the thing about Subnautica. Actually, it's not just a straight port to PS5. It's actually a full game.
It's full new game. Yeah.
And yeah, did you watch the trailer?
Yes, I watched the trailer. I watched that whole state of play. It's.
What did you think about it? Because it kind of threw me a bit.
I thought about actually maybe playing
now.
it. Yeah, I thought about actually
it's
maybe
a full story
it.
now.
But
you're
it's
not
also
just this nameless, voiceless person anymore. You have I assume they got a bigger budget now, so they got full voice acting. They have sometimes there is third person, sometimes it's first person. So you see the character you're playing as well. It's a fully fleshed out character with a drive. They want to find their sister or something like that. There's antagonists that they show in the trailer and that kind of thing. Also a good deal is that they, if you bought Subnautica already on PS4, you can have a free upgrade on PS5.
Yeah,
which is cool.
No, I was like, man, if this game was not coming out on Hell Week, maybe I would play it. But it's coming out on Hell Week, so I'm not gonna play it at the moment. Oh, there's one other thing. Nintendo updated Mario Party. We can now play online with people.
Hey, I don't have Mario Party.
Yeah, so you can now play the Switch Mario. Well, I think it's a Wii U, but upgraded to the Switch. Mario Party with people online. So that is also pretty cool. I don't think there's anything else. I'm trying to think. I think there was something I wanted to bring up, but I think we're well over time right now. Yeah. So what are we doing this week? There's only one. There's only one real answer to this question.
Melty.
No.
I know Final Fantasy. I gotta catch up. I have to. I keep saying I have to like a couple of weeks now, and I still haven't.
That is not the answer to the question.
Oh no! I guess Monster Hunter's the other one, right?
No, that's not the answer to the question.
Oh my gosh!
Oh wow! Hold on. Okay, so now you've gotten us.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Aqua?
What comes out in 3 days?
Well, what comes out in 3 days?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, my May is so packed. I don't know what's not coming out on the 14th now.
Well, it's the 4th today. What's 3 days' time?
3 days' time is the 7th.
Yes. I don't know.
Seven is one less than what number?
What's coming?
Resident Evil Village.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
comes out on the 7th.
I have no care for this.
Oh, I have no ability to play it. Oh, no, I do. Wait, do I?
Yeah.
On PS4?
It's on PS4,
wait.
I think, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, well,
Stab me,
you
mommy.
two enjoy
Stab
that.
me, please.
I have no inclination to play. I enjoy the memes as much as any other red-blooded youth. I was going to say American, but that doesn't work. So, yeah, let me know how that goes. I'm going to be playing Monster Hunter and Melty Blood. So, I mean, if Lady D wants to jump games and impale me there, that's fine.
Wouldn't that be funny though? A Monster Hunter Rise crossover. She's just a giant lady.
Oh
Just
my god.
a huge Lady Dimitrescu. Oh, I'd love it. I would love it.
No, you see, you wouldn't even need to do that. You wouldn't even do that. You would make her like a 9-foot lady, like normally. So that would be like, you know, a good couple of feet taller than your character, right? But then she would have a second.
Them, yeah.
But then she would have a second face, because in what world does Lady D not turn into a grotesque monster in Village?
Oh
What
no,
world?
she's absolutely going.
She's got it.
She's
It's
absolutely
inevitable.
going to. But in the famed words of the Skeletor meme, "Joke's on you. I'm into that shit."
Very good.
And it's not even a crossover. They're made by the same fucking company. Like,
oh yeah,
what-
no, hold on now. This is possible.
It's
like
a
I
possibility
joke,
now.
but hold on now.
it's the joke that we made when we were like, oh man, there's gonna be a Final Fantasy 16 crossover in 14, and it's just the meme of Yoshi P looking at him. He goes, do you guys want to do a crossover for this game? I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like your people would like having you know, like your stuff in my game. Yeah, but like it could be cool though. Yeah, but you wouldn't get a drink over this? Of course, I'm Yoshi P. I love to fucking drink with developers. Okay, let's go. Yeah. So yeah, I like literally. Like Capcom
So realistically,
Capcom could
that
just do it.
crossover. Realistically, that crossover goes like this: you fight two Kazu and you get Lady Dimitrescu pieces, male or female, doesn't matter. Man up, wear the dress.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah?
much.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that's my plans. I plan on Monster Huntering. I plan on Melty Blooding.
Mm-hmm.
Those are not
Mhm,
verbs,
mhm.
but I use them there as so. Enjoy your, I don't know, monster, werewolf, vampire shenanigans. Mercenary mode looks great. I'm gonna miss not having that, but I'll manage.
Don't worry, Dolly. You'll be able to play at some point in time.
Oh no, make no mistake. If I wanted to, I could. I'm a bitch.
You're a bitch.
That's valid.
Okay.
No, it's valid.
Alright.
Like, I love horror games. I really do. But at the same time, I need to have my pillows with me. Pillow and a blanket.
She's
Oh,
braver than me. I fucking hate horror games. I don't like them.
Oh, really?
They get to me.
Yeah,
The
that's
reason I
kind-
liked Resident Evil 4 and 5 is because those weren't horror games.
they were action horror games.
Those were cheesy B movies that worked to differing degrees, but still worked. It's fine. You can't scare me with Albert Wesker. It's too cheesy.
Let's go.
Oh, you know what's
and,
actually
and Leon literally having a one-liner after everything he does. Wonderful. Whatever. I know what world I'm in.
Oh man, in what world did I actually get Resident Evil Village Day off? Because I actually got Resident Evil Village Day off.
Oh, did
Huh.
you? You got lots of days off. Well, I'll get you.
Yeah, your
What?
recent schedule's been pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's been working out because I didn't apply for this day off. I just fucking have it. So whatever. All right. Well, I know what I'm doing.
Stars
I know what I'm
aligned.
doing the 7th. Know what I'm doing the 7th. I'm getting stepped on by a 9-foot lady.
Oh baby.
Probably playing more 14. Probably playing more Monster Hunter. And probably playing more Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
Hey.
What about you, Leek? You you doing the same thing?
I've already said, FIFA 14, Monster Hunter. I won't be able to play Village as much as I'd love to be stabbed.
Yeah, but you'll watch people play Village.
Oh yeah.
I probably will because I won't be able to afford it anytime soon. So I will watch it. I don't know who to watch though. Who'd you suggest?
Maybe I'll stream it that night.
Yes, do it.
Maybe.
Do it.
Well.
Because I have it. I'm gonna have it on PC because I bought it like fucking 3 months ago. Where the fuck is the R's at? Fucking Steam.
You better drop your stream link in the radio description below. People
will.
can see.
Yep, down in the doobly-doo.
Pew pew.
Yep.
I will. Man, I wonder when we're gonna be able to. It doesn't Steam doesn't say this game. Oh, actually, planned to release date May 7th, 2021. Japan May 8th. So it's probably going to be in the middle of May, like in the middle of the day, because that's how fucking Steam works. But it's whatever.
We'll manage.
But yeah, that's it for the week, guys. We will
Be good.
Leek's doing the breakdown this week.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. I'm trying to think how to do it this week. We'll see. I'll figure it out. Enjoy. Look forward to.
Yeah.
Hey.
And yeah.
Bye-bye now.
Thank you for listening. If you like this content and want to see more, please like, favorite, and subscribe. Links to our Twitters are in the description.